What's good, everyone? It's Steve from SnkrTechTalk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG in the shattered backboard colorway. All right, so there is a lot of buzz about this shoe being back 10 years later, the Jordan 1 High OG in the shattered backboard colorway. I did have this shoe back in 2015, but when the prices went bananas, I was like, honestly, I enjoy them, but the fact that the shoe is worth so much, I offed them and I gave someone a pretty good deal. I did not charge them like $1,000. They wanted them badly, they were worn, but I am happy to say that they are back here in 2025 for the 40th anniversary of Jordan Brand and the 10th anniversary of this shoe. Before we take a look at the shoes though, I do want to take a look at the box, and this box is like one of the best boxes I have ever seen, with that kind of shattered glass look on the box right here in the orange and black. The story is, in the summer of 85 or 86, I believe, he was over in Italy playing basketball with a team, and he shattered a backboard, and that's what this shoe was inspired by, was the jerseys that MJ was wearing when he pulled off that feat. I think the box is amazing. You should have a stamp inside the box, white tissue paper, and extra laces inside the box. I believe they are orange laces, as you can see right here. So great job on the execution as far as the box goes. But as far as the shoes go, jumping right in, as far as the outsole does go, you do have that orange outsole in the standard High OG variation at the bottom. One of, if not the best tractions of all time. The midsole is kind of like a sale hit. Again, the standard Air Jordan 1 High OG midsole, a very good look if this is what you're looking for. Obviously, I do prefer the high 85s, but this is what you get on this variation. Now, as far as the cushioning goes, housed within this midsole or rubber cup sole, you do get an air sole wedge at the heel, nothing in the forefoot, very close to the ground. And honestly, you can't really feel the cushioning inside of a Jordan 1 because I believe it does have a polyurethane wedge on top of that air sole unit. But this is what we've come to know and love or hate as far as the cushioning goes in the Air Jordan 1. Now, the big thing about this shoe is the shattered backboard from 2015 was kind of the gold standard as far as the materials go. A lot of people are always like, oh, well, is that shoe as good as the shattered backboard leather? And honestly, I've kind of always thought that that was a lot of hype. Yes, it was soft, but that leather is very much like manufactured that way, with a lot of coatings and kind of fake processing on top of the leather that they had on that shoe. Now, that's not to say it wasn't nice or comfortable, because it was, but I've always kind of thought that that leather was pretty much a lot of hype. Now, is this leather as good as the 2015s? Absolutely not. You don't get all of that tumbled look on this retro, but I still think it is very nice. So what you're getting is an orange, black, and kind of cream leather. My cream portion here at the midfoot does have a lot of kind of tumbledness to it on the lateral and on the medial side, and that's what the 2015s did have. I do find the black leather to be a lot more firm than the 2015s. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but that's what you're getting on this retro right here. So really nothing special. You have that black Air Jordan Wings logo on the ankle collar on both shoes. On the tongue, you have a cream patch with an orange Nike Air logo. And then the tongue itself is that nylon material, pretty much standard across all Air Jordan 1 High OGs. Now, what do I think of this leather? I do have another pair that I have worn already, and it is very soft to the touch, not quite as soft as the 2015s, but I still do think this is a good cut of leather that is very comfortable and that will break in really quickly. But you sound off in the comments what you guys think of the build and quality of leather on this retro. Now, as far as the fit goes, I did have a bit of an issue with the fit on these guys right here. I'm typically a 10.5 in all of my Jordan 1 High OGs from like years previous, but a 10.5 in these were like insanely tight. My toe was butted up at the end of the shoe, and I found the toe box to be a lot more narrow. I tried on a size 11, and the toe box had a tiny bit of room in it, but they were still pretty narrow, and I don't have a wide foot at all. So I did find it a little weird that I did have to go up to a size 11 in these guys. Sound off in the comments if you guys had to do the same. but I found it unbearable. I ordered a 10.5 and an 11. I walked around in the house for like an hour in the 10.5, and my toe was like completely slammed up at the end of the shoe, to the point where it was like, if I wear these for 2 or 3 hours, I'm gonna get blisters, and they're just too uncomfortable. So as far as the sizing goes with this retro, I did have to go up half a size to achieve like my standard fit in an Air Jordan 1, which I did find a little weird. But what would I recommend? I would recommend for you guys to go in and try these on, because these are sitting in store. And I think that's the best part of this shoe releasing 10 years later is, yeah, the leather's not as good, but the availability, like they made way more pairs of these 10 years later. So if you missed out in 2015, I would highly recommend picking these up. As far as the price point, I believe they're 185 USD, 235 here in Canada. And honestly, I think if you wait until like Thanksgiving, these are going to be on sale. I did want to pick up a pair because I love the box, and they just reminded me of 10 years ago when I did have them. So I very much love this retro, and I just love that they're available. So great job from Jordan Brand. One thing I will mention though about the 2015s that was really annoying was the black leather did get all of that kind of star dust all over the upper, to the point where it looked terrible. You could wipe it off, but it just really never went away. It always reappeared after, you know, another month or two of sitting in the box. That kind of dust or star dust would reappear on the upper, which I think is crazy. But again, very happy to have the Air Jordan 1 High OG in the shattered backboard back in 2025. As far as the insole goes on these guys right here, you do have that shattered backboard effect right here. They do differ a little bit from the OGs. The OGs did not have the glass going all the way up. It was kind of just to the midway point, and then it was black at the top. And this is a dream cell material here as far as the foam compound, so you do get a little bit more underfoot comfort than the 2015s. I believe the 2015s were just an ortho light insole, so keep that in mind. You do get a bit of a better insole option with this 2025 retro, but overall, if you have any previous high OGs, this is basically what these feel like on foot. I think they're nice in hand, and I think they're going to pair great over fall time here. So sound off in the comments. Did you guys scoop up a pair, or do you plan on waiting for them to go on sale? So that's going to do it for today's video on the Air Jordan 1 High OG in the shattered backboard colorway. Sound off in the comments if you guys picked them up, if you skipped, or if you're waiting for them to go on sale. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would really help the channel a ton. And stick around for the end of the video, as there will be a portion of me having these on foot, so stick around for that. But as always, I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. I know the last 2 weeks I was away. I had a lot of stuff going on personally, and then I was in Portland helping put on the Gathering 2025 with Aaron Cooper. You know, we had Wilson Smith do a 90-minute speech. We had Tinker Hatfield in the house, and he was so generous to sign my undefeated fours. I do need to get a video out as far as the execution of this retro, and just to kind of talk about Tinker signing this pair, which I think is awesome. But again, thanks for sticking with me and supporting me. I appreciate all the likes, comments, and subscriptions, and keep it logged to the channel for a lot of more videos coming out in the next week or two. But as always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.
I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad, light up tires in the hearse. I've been on a vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, through that I survived, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit it to the sky, changed haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel